morning, wake your goat mouth ass up.
Yay, yay. Blessed risings, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show, and today we'll be talking about Supreme Court overturns Roe versus Wade, ending right to abortion, upheld for decades. And Joe Biden says it's not over yet. But you need to get out and vote for me, though, if you want something done. If you want abortion everywhere. Now, first of all, this isn't there's no more abortion. It's not like they outlawed abortion. They just said not federally. So they gave it to the rights of the state to be able to say, well, no, not here. You can't have no abortion. P. 4 states, I think Kentucky, Missouri, can't remember all the states, but you know the same old, white supremacy type of states. I mean, we really don't care. I was trying to not to be so crass, but at FBA, we don't care. We don't care. We wasn't running to kill our shorties anyways. Y'all don't even need an abortion. Y'all killing your shorties with your bare hands. You're taking the shorty up to the woods and to Colorado, and then you're making love on top of the dead body. I'm not just busting jokes. We did that story. It's true. Or what about the woman and her boyfriend tried to lead the shorties up in the woods again, and then drove off, and then the shorty tried to latch on to the minivan, and she ran over the shorty. Did a bust a U-turn, came back, grabbed the dead shorty, put the shorty in the whip next to the alive shorty, took both shorties back to the crib, one dead, one alive, and then threw the dead one in the Ohio River. So don't act like you needed permission to get these abortions. You been had the law. Why you didn't get that baby aborted instead of going to kill it? Or should we talk about the baby who was killed by the mother across the street from a place that she could have dropped the baby off safely? She threw the baby in the trash can right across the street. She could have dropped the baby off. I think it was a hospital or the fire station, whatever. You got them destinations where you can drop off the shorty, no questions asked. But they still kill them. So that's why, FBA, we don't care. But you know what you should care about? What Kendra Blackwood has to say. You should care about that. And reparations and cutting the check. But listen to what she got to say. She a woman. Don't she get an opinion?
Be one to the family. This is Kendra Blackwood of Hot Lava Music TV and the Hot Lava Media Group. And I come to you today with an urgent call to action. And with that being said, this petition is to demand the US government immediately make anti-black racism a public health crisis is now an active campaign at change.org. And after this message, I'm going to need you to go over there and show your support. Right after you smash that like and subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you hit that bell for notifications. It doesn't cost you a thing. Now, this is a petition to demand cash reparations for foundational Black Americans addressing 2 critical components. So what is anti-Black racism? Anti-Black racism is defined here as policies and practices rooted in American institutions such as government, finance, education, healthcare, and justice that mirror and reinforce economic deprivation, racially targeted laws, beliefs, attitudes, prejudice, stereotyping and/or discrimination toward foundational Black Americans. What is a public health crisis, you ask? Well, a health crisis or public health crisis is a difficult situation or complex health system that affects humans in one or more geographic areas, from a particular locality to encompass the entire planet. Health crises generally have significant impacts on community health, loss of life, and on the economy. And ultimately the solution to the problem, it is imperative that the United States government declare anti-black racism a public health crisis for foundational Black Americans. In 2020, as a community, Asian Americans experienced only 287 hate crimes nationwide. However, FBA in the same year suffered 2,871 reported hate crimes. As we know, those are just the reported accounts according to the FBI. As foundational Black Americans, we know that the number should reach in the billions daily. This resulted in a 94-1 unanimous decision to pass into law an anti-Asian hate crime provision to make Asian a protected class. With anti-black racism being thousands of times more prevalent and permeating within the fabric of America, we ask that you sign this petition to say we are sick of studies and commissions to study forums and meaningless holidays and nothing burger symbolic gestures. We demand the U.S. government to urgently disperse the first initial reparations cash payment of $20 trillion to the surviving descendants of American chattel slavery. AKA, cut the damn check. And I mean that. Jack. On my ancestors for real for real. I proudly digress. Anyway. Check out the new Slave Patrol documentary. Pull up season on you sucker MCs. Don't forget to join us on Patreon. I got 4 words for you. Go grab a shirt. And love, peace, blessings and Meloa. Be
Music TV.
Thank you, Kendra. See, that's what we're about. Reparations. Not abortion. We not tripping. We not tripping off that at all. I'm gonna read a little bit of this old garbage, and then we got some Joe Biden video of him crying and whining about the decision. But this ain't really news for us, P. If you're FBA, this is a non-factor. Sorry, we don't care. Reparations. Cut the check. That's what we talking about. In a historic, first of all, this is what is this, a NPR piece. This is done by, what is it, Nina Tottenberg and Sarah McCormick. Sounds pretty Chuck Woolery and Mad Max to me. In a historic and far-reaching decision, the U.S. Supreme Court officially reversed Roe versus Wade on Friday, declaring that the constitutional right to abortion upheld for nearly a half a century no longer exists. Why are you clapping? Because we don't care. That's why. If it was the other way, clap. Either way, I don't care. I don't care. Writing for the court majority, Justice Samuel Alito said that the 1973 Roe ruling and repeated subsequent high court decisions reaffirming Roe must be overruled because they are egregiously wrong, the arguments exceptionally weak, and so damaging that they amounted to an abuse of judicial authority. We don't care. Cut the check. See, this was just all part of the Planned Parenthood and abortion. Let it be quick, ready, hot and served to kill black babies. Y'all reversing it. Republicans, far right, aka white nationalists, because y'all got the grease. You got the grease. See, it's no longer a secret that your numbers is dwindling down. See, Jackson? Huh? You think this is a coincidence? They numbers are down in the dumps and all of a sudden. No more abortion. We can't have y'all having abortions. See, because they putting into account the fact y'all been killing your kids anyways. Y'all been having at-home abortions, P, when the shorties is already here. Y'all been having death row at your cribs. Death row! Y'all was mad about the death row record label. Y'all having death row at the crib, killing the babies and having sexual rituals on top of the short. And nope, that's not allegedly. Nope. Nope, sorry. Sorry. That's true. What I'm saying is factual. Sorry, it happened. Not one time either. Not just one time either. Nope. No. So no, this is an alarm. Ring the alarm. Our numbers are dying. Oh, yeah. That's all this is an alarm. I hope y'all watching too, black people. The alarm should wake you up too to reparations, though. There should be a different reason why you're waking up. There should be a different reason why this is an alarm to you, black people. I just told you why it's an alarm to the white people. See, black people, they gonna try to scare you. You don't want, they on changing this. Next thing they gonna do is change the civil rights movement. They gonna do away with affirmative action, and they gonna all the petitions that we done approved in the Supreme Court. They went unchanged that. See, this is just the first step. Don't think it stops here. See, that's the scare tactic. See, they just had I think that was Tariq or it was the Black Authority, but they just put one of these coons on the spot that was like, yo, black gotta be scared into voting for
Yeah, that was Tariq's
you gotta scared.
broadcast.
You say what?
Yeah, that was Tariq's broadcast.
Okay, Tariq, the brother Tariq had my man's on there. You gotta scare them to come get the same thing with the Republicans. That's what they do to their base. Scare them, P. So this is the same white supremacist playbook. And I'm saying, don't fall for it. That's why this is an alarm to you, black people. Do not fall for the alarm. I'm telling you, it's a false alarm, in fact. Don't let them flag you. This is a nothing. It doesn't affect us. Don't get fooled by Joy Reid and Kamala. Don't do it. This ain't got nothing to do with FBA. It absolutely nothing. This is a nothing. This is the same as doing an article like we did about Taco Bell not having employees. That's more important than this is. It's a nothing. I don't even want to read no more of the article. For what? All the other stations are doing that. They're breaking it down, going line by line. This is why this person did this. This is who voted this way. This is who appointed said justice to the court. They're gonna mention how Clarence Thomas, he now contraception we should look at. In other things we need to, in same-sex marriage we need to look at. See, and that's what I'm telling you. They're going to start trying to, see, what I tell you, now they went to contraception. See, what I tell you, black people, now they going to same-sex marriage, black people, and then you gay folks is going to fall for it. You going to fall for it. What we going to do? We got to vote for them. We can't have them stripping our rights away. Would you? They got us this time. This time. That's what you did last time. Ain't that what you did last time? Ain't that what you did last time? Ain't
But
that what they did last
you
time,
know,
bro?
Negroes like scare tactics, though. So
They love it. I think it makes them feel accepted and normal because that's how the white folks get did. The far right, the Republicans, that's what they use, the scare tactic. Now you better vote. You better vote, white folk, unless you want that Negro next to you. You better vote. They're gonna be if you don't want that Negro to be humping on your daughter, you better vote. You better vote. Let's run this off. Funky Joe Biden. Only reason I do this is because some black folks feel obligated to the Democratic Party. So I want you to see, here's what they think about you. Although you've seen it many of times, we just showed you the video of Kamala, I'm definitely not Black Harris. Well, what you think of reparations? You gonna sign reparations?
you think I'm only gonna do something for black
No.
people? No.
Let's make that absolutely clear. Let's
Right.
make that very clear.
So I'm not just gonna sit up here and say I'm gonna do something only to benefit black people. No.
No. But if we did do something, just know that anything we do for black folks benefits the whole country. What?
Right?
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 So you were for it or against it? I mean, you're pretty clearly against it because you said no. But then in the same sentence, you said anything done for black people will benefit the whole country.
Right.
Huh? See how white supremacy, so called white supremacy, takes both sides of the argument? Huh? Here's this buster.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Nora O'Donnell in the nation's capital, and we are awaiting President Biden's first remarks. Decision this morning from the Supreme
Sister
Court
Manya.
versus Wade, eliminating the constitutional right to abortion. President.
It's not hyperbole to suggest.
So you can't.
Today, the Supreme Court of the United States expressly took away the constitutional right from the American people that it had already recognized. They didn't limit it, they simply took it away. That's never been done to a right so important to so many Americans. But they did it. It's a sad day for the court and for the country. 50 years ago, Roe v. Wade
Right?
decided
American. No. See, it's not a right for many Americans because many Americans wasn't even using it, P. We having our babies. FBA, we having our babies. So who's the many Americans? White people. That's who we talking to. But that's not his base, though, right? So why ain't he never talking to you, black people? You the base, right? Black women. I got the power. Sister girl.
Sister, black girl magic.
Exactly what you said.
law of the land since then. This landmark case protected a woman's right to choose, her right to make intensely decisions with her doctor, free from the interference of politics. Of the women have the power to control their own
Equality? What is you talk? Equality is reparations. Equality ain't being able to get an abortion, P. Equality is being able to go in your house and not be shot by a tyrannical race soldier. That's equality. Equality is being able to have a cell phone in your hand and get shot by the people who are supposed to be protecting you. It's equality. You deciding that you didn't use your contraception correctly or lack thereof, and now you got to go do the thing. No, that's not equality. That's called privilege.
And it reinforced a fundamental right of privacy, a right of each of us to choose how to live our lives. Now, with Roe gone, let's be very clear.
Oh, is that where she got it from? Is that where she got it from? Huh, Kamala? You just was exposed, Kamala. Let's be very clear. No. That's where she got that from. She got that from Big Zaddy. She got that from Big Zaddy.
This nation, as chairman and ranking,
I told you what there's going to
our
be.
lives.
Now our equalities in
now
our privilege.
have the power to control their own destiny, and it reinforced a fundamental right of privacy, a right of each of us to choose how to live our.
Hold on, can we get our right to our own privacy and the right for us to live our lives and choose how we want to? Nope, because if you cut that check, you know that's what'll happen. We ain't even gonna mess with y'all, and you know that.
Now, let's be very clear. The health and life of women in this nation are now at risk. As chairman.
Hold on. You mean like at risk when a black woman goes to have a baby? You mean like at that type of at risk? Is that what you're talking about? You mean at risk if a black person goes in for surgery on their toe, they might die? Is you talking about that type of risk? No, you ain't talking about that type of risk, is you? You couldn't be.
Each of us to choose how to live our lives. Now, with Roe gone, let's be very clear.
Let's be very clear.
The health and life of women in this nation are now at risk. As chairman and ranking member of the President, now as President of the United States, I've studied this case carefully. Information on today, where this case was always discussed.
So you to blame for what's going on right now then. You just had your hand in on all of it. That's what you just said. Every step of the way, you done had your hand all in the cookie jar. Is what you just said. That's what he just said.
I heard that.
Straight up. That's what he just said. You know what we got going on now, all that anti-black racism? Yeah, I did that, y'all. Yeah, that was me. Let's make that very clear. That was me.
Right.
And what you gonna do about it? Nothing, because you gonna vote for me again. Suckers. Your mother suckers. That's what he just said to you.
Chairman and ranking member of the Senate Judiciary Committee.
As Big Daddy, Big Zaddy, Jose, Make It Rain Biden. I was the head dog of the Senate. So when all them laws against y'all, super predator, lock them up, throw away the key, 3 strikes, that was me, dog. That was me, dog. And then when y'all was crying all over Obama and all that, guess who was in the vice presidency doing his work? Me. It was me again, dog, on the scene with the gangster lean. It was me, dog. Yup, it was me. And then now as president, guess what I'm going to do? The pedal to the metal, dog. All gas, no brakes on you black people. That's what I'm going to do, dog. You didn't know that, dog? Y'all knew that.
As vice president, now as president of the United States,
in his nose. Oop,
I've studied this case carefully. I've overseen more Supreme Court confirmations than anyone today, where this case was always discussed. v. Wade was the correct decision as a matter of constitution of the fundamental right to privacy and liberty, family, and personal autonomy. It was a decision on a complex matter through a careful balance between a woman's right earlier in her pregnancy and the state's ability to regulate later in her pregnancy. A decision with broad national consensus that most Americans of faith found acceptable, that had been the law of the land for most of the lifetime of Americans today. And it was a constitutional principle upheld by justices appointed by Democrat and Republican presidents alike. Roe v. Wade was a 7-2 decision written by a justice appointed by a Republican president, Richard Nixon. In the 5 decades that followed Roe v. Wade, justices appointed by Republican presidents from Eisenhower
from cut the check to cut the check
were among
who did not cut the check.
Roe v. Wade. It was 3 justices named by one president, Donald Trump, who were the core of today's decision to upend the scales of justice, fundamental right.
You see the scare? I didn't tell y'all. Here's the scare. Here comes the scare.
Donald Trump. Watch out for Donald Trump. Oh my God.
Here we go. Huh, fam? Did you hear him? Did you hear him? Donald Trump.
Oh my God. Watch out for Trump. I'm saying Trump ain't even know. I'm saying the thing is Trump ain't even nowhere around. Like he's not even in the game right now. Oh my God, look out! It's the Trumpster. Oh God, he put those guys in there to do this. Oh my God.
And then look, I told y'all to go vote. Y'all thought I was playing. See. Now, this is the urgency. If you hadn't got Trump in there, he wouldn't got 3 justices in there, and we would still have Roe versus Wade. We would still have it.
But I bet you he
won't
say
for the nation to be able to choose for privacy. You want to have privacy and health and happiness in your family, right? Then you need
trying to
Roe
say we should have voted for Hillary Clinton.
Right. Come on now.
Miss Hilly. Y'all should have voted for Miss Hilly now.
Right. See, that's the talk. If you would have voted for Democrats, we wouldn't even what the gas is doing.
Y'all should have voted for Miss Hilly now. That's what you should have did now.
And once again, we don't even care about that because either way, anytime it was this high, low, whatever it costs, Black people always been living under the means, so it don't matter. We figure out a way anyways. So short of reparations, whatever you guys talking about, we don't care. Blow this hoe up then. What you talking about? We ride the joint till the wheels fall off. What you talking about?
Right.
You ain't scaring us, P. Go ahead and do your worst, P.
Like the Black Truth be saying, if everybody gonna be equally uncomfortable then, if that's the case.
Period.
They don't know how to struggle. We know how. That's just fine for us. Y'all gonna be starting to jump off of bridges and jumping out of windows and slitting throats, slitting wrists and all of that, banging yourself in the head with all your guns you got.
Thus, why they trying to stop abortion? They already see all that coming, so we need all the new babies to be alive. Period. But what you not figuring in, they just gonna kill the baby when it get here anyways, like they been doing. So you really ain't doing nothing.
Right, they gonna kill the baby anyway. Molest them, touch them, all touch.
So you ain't did nothing.
Baby gonna have a tough time anyway.
Anyways.
We do have like a whole year archive of those kind of stories.
Hey, they just want to have some babies so they could find them, allegedly. And I ain't talking about just Democrats. I'm saying both of you nasty mother suckers. Both of y'all caballing, getting it in. Don't try to play me. Like there's just some of only the Democrats be fondling the little kids, and they Republican buddies do it at all. Shut up.
The Republicans are the worst.
I'm trying to told you.
I mean, I guess it's actually equal on both sides when it comes to PC males, though. It's just that the Republicans is the worst because they so homophobic. They the real homophobias, the ones that pass all the laws, but yet they be the gayest.
The super gay P with a capital G. I mean super
Jackass
with a capital G-A-N-Y. Fruit and boots. I promise you, fruit and boots. You know what? I'm done with all of this. I'm done. You got anything to say about it?
Hold him? Nah, I ain't gonna hold him. That's what I'm not gonna do.
What is you gonna do?
I'm gonna mold them, fold them, and scold them about being on cold there.
Yay.
And then I'm also with 4 words. The 4 words I leave with one at a time. And that is love, peace, with the blessings, many blessings on that boy. And Maloha. Out the Doha for show high, you already know how. Roll that beautiful beat.
Get these commercials. Pay some bills.
Pay some billies.
Face down in the bed, and we can get it